Hello, welcome to the first episode of Candid Conversation. And we are doing and starting this series with the successful edupreneurs and school heads. So today, I wanted to introduce you all to Mr. Pritam Kumar Agarwal. He is founder and director of Hello Kids Chain and Riverstone School. So in the education industry, he doesn't need much introduction, but since it's the first time we are introducing him to our YouTube channel, if I'll start reading about him, I think I'll take 15 minutes to read his entire journey. But we will not do that. Right away, we will go to Mr. Pritam Kumar Agarwal and listen what he has to say about his journey, his grit, about his perseverance, and about Hello Kids. And by the way, Hello Kids has got 690 plus schools in India right now. So to Mr. Pritam Kumar Agarwal, so if I really want to know about you, not with your profile only, so what's Mr. Pritam is all about?
All right. So I, as a student, I, as a parent, I, as a teacher, and now as a business owner, I will have different profiles to talk. But thank you, Pragati, for inviting me on this show, and honored that this is going to be a continuous learning for me also on your platform, that you'll be bringing other educators from different parts of India and abroad, and looking forward to have my views on this. But yes, Pragati, I as a student never went to school without a cricket bat in hand, and that is how I was, right? And now started a preschool and taking care of kids when I was not married, right? So that is the journey which I had it for the last 16 years in early childhood education. And yes, with the help of Sunita, my wife, Sunita Jain, I've been able to successfully run these centers across India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. So you can say me as a passionate educator, a passionate parent, as a father, and yes, as an entrepreneur, that I always like to do something new. And whatever I am today, it is because of my, for let's say, passion towards my travel, passion towards my business and the kids.
I want to ask that, as you said, you studied Hello Kids. So when you were in college, Hello Kids was already in your mind, or you had some other plans to execute and something happened which led you to found Hello Kids?
Yes, good to know this question you're asking me. See, we are marwadis, right? And in our families, right? Again, as an elder son, uh, I was thinking that I will be doing my graduation, but it was the scope given by my father that finish. See, he never expected me to come back to his business. So as a Marwadi, even every child has got a thought process that after completion of your studies, you have to go back to your parents' business. So in college, I was having a mindset that after completion, I have to go back to my father's business. That was in my mind when I was doing my bachelor this thing degree, right? But when after bachelor's, again, I went back home for that holidays, and father said, you have another 2 3 years to have your own studies. You can continue that studies. I was not very good in studies, but yes, it was that motivation from the father side that I decided, let's do my masters. Again, during my masters, in the beginning, I was thinking that I have to go back home after 2 years, right? After 2 years of my masters. But yes, I was in Delhi for that 6, 7 years. From that last 2 years of schooling, 3 years of college, and the 2 years of masters. And yes, this thought of entering to education was already in my mind during my MBA days.
Okay.
And this was just because of that Times of India, which I was following. And during that 2001, 2003, I was able to see more of the colorful world of early childhood, preschools. And that was a very good kind of Delhi Times used to have. So that is me that I have to do something in terms of education. It was not early childhood education, but education was already in my mind.
So I think that is one thing. Everybody is not very clear about their goals during college days. Only few, I will say. But now, yes, because of awareness and things, people have started. So you have a wonderful woman and a progressive thought parents and typical Marwadi business aptitude, which has led you to found Hello Kids, I guess. So it's wonderful to know about this. And moving on to the second part of the conversation, I'm sure you had a lot of people who must be idealizing you, and you want to start a preschool chain. So for them, could you just suggest some kind of skills or just crucial things which they must take in their mind before starting a career into, I will say, chain business?
See, Pragati, to first thing to understand is preschool is not that business which you think that I'll be able to get my business visions in a very short period of time. That is not at all
No.
possible.
I can totally see your
That,
journey is very
yes.
long.
So you need to have lot of patience in terms of understanding this education, understanding a young child, and yes, understanding the businesses also. Because when we talk about running a preschool, the economics doesn't work in the initial days. And all this without a passion towards education and kids, it cannot happen. If you have this patience with the passion, definitely your dreams can come true in this industry. When you
Especially
are
when it
dealing
is
with,
tender age. Yes, childhood, early childhood children are at very tender age.
this is that you are going to handle a child who is 1.5, 2.5, 3 years, and you will be it will be a remarkable landmark for them for their future, right? So you have to have that.
Absolutely. Uh, so I actually happen to see a lot of posts from you doing the parenting session and what's the role of fathers and important role of fathers in 21st century parenting. So I wanted to know that what's your say about breaking that stereotyped parenting role in 21st modern society. And also I have gone through a thing which was saying dad's the PA in parenting, and you were a very active part of it. So I wanted to know a little more about it.
Pragati, it's not that I am an early childhood educator, so I'm able to give that time and efforts to my kid and that parenting. But I think I am a person who is able to do this. And it's not that it's given by Sunita to me that you have to take care of this part of their life. It is my interest, it is my child, and it is my own learning from my own career, right? That I should be able to do that. Second part is, it will not be right that I'm saying something and I'm not doing it for myself, right? And really I enjoyed that time, and even there are a lot of learnings which I get it from this activity from my kids, and which I try to apply in my school. And whatever I get this thing from my school, I go and apply with them. And it is again a message to my friends and families. It is a message to the people, my teachers and my community, that yes, I'm not just an edupreneur in this field and who is trying to do something. I'm involved, as a parent, as a teacher, and as an educator. That message, if I'm able to give it right, then only I'm a passionate educator, otherwise no.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody will be able to, respect the work which you are doing only when you set an example. Absolutely beautiful. So I have a very special question now. If I ever want to convert one of your sentence as a quote, what will that be?
Whatever you love, you do, right? Whatever you do, you should love that part also.
Beautiful. Uh, Now another part, because I'm sure whosoever is dreaming about starting a pre-chain or be into early childhood, they want to, if I just want to say just 3 tips for them from your side.
To run a early childhood centers you are talking about?
Yes.
All right. So don't rush. You're not going to achieve anything with that rush. Spend some time running a center. It may take a year, 2 or 3. Trust me, with that foundation, you can run much more faster, right? I have seen a lot of schools, lot of brands, lot of preschools, which have not been able to cope up with the time. But if you have a good foundation, understanding in terms of education, in terms of marketing, in terms of business, by running that single sentences, trust me, which I want to communicate is, I have not started this business with money in hand, right? Money can get you things faster. Money can make you grow faster. But what I got it from this is, which I'm trying to say, what Pragati is asking is, learn the basics of this industry. If you have not entered a classroom, you cannot run a school. If you have not clean your premises, you do not know what a hygiene is. Till the time you do not run that Maruti Omni van or pickup van or a bus of the school child, you do not know what the issues are there inside a van. If you don't talk to the parents, you do not know what is their queries. If you are not involved with the children, you don't know what the child psychology is. So if you have understood this, what I have did in my initial days, it's not that I could not start 3, 4, 5 centers. I wanted to go back to that classroom. I have cleaned the premises. I was driving the Maruti Omni from morning 7 o'clock to evening 3 o'clock. So friends, when you do this thing, you know what is your business which requires. Let it take 6 months to 1 year to 2 years to 3 years. So that is one, learn the basics. Second is, there is something called education and business. You cannot say that I'm a businessman. You cannot say I'm a teacher. You have to understand who you are. You are an owner, you are a teacher, you are a parent. You need to understand yourself. So to run this institution in terms of preschool, you need to be an educator also. You cannot be only a business owner, right? So education and business, it is a parallel line which can be, I'll say 50-50, not even 41, 49 and 51 will work here. So that is one. So learn the basics, understand the education part of it. And third is, you should have a mission and vision to run your institute. Otherwise, where you want to reach. See, I'll say Pragati, I'm not a successful edupreneur till now. I wanted to have 500 schools in 10 years, but I took 6.5, 7 years to do that. But yes, I could do that, but I took more time. I should have made some mistakes, but I have learned from it. And have that passion that I'll be able to reach to my dreams. So 3 points, again repeating, learn the basics, understand education and the business part both. And third is, have a clear mission and vision for your business.
Excellent. Actually, education की दुनिया में हम कहते हैं ना, learning by doing. So it's actually like this. If you really want to become a business owner in the school business, you have to know what exactly goes into a classroom. What goes when you become a teacher? What goes when you become a student? What are the parents' issue and things? So beautifully explained by you. मैं एक और बात जानना चाहती हूँ यहाँ पे, ऐसी कौन सी एक मिस्टेक जो आपके लिए सबसे बड़ी लर्निंग बनी when you were doing or when you were in the phase of this journey?
ऐसा आई विल नॉट से दैट ऐसा कोई मिस्टेक
या
हुआ,
फिर एक कोई एक
बट
एक इंसिडेंट होता है ना लाइफ में कि इसके बाद बहुत कुछ ज्यादा समझ में आने लग जाता है.
एक थोड़ा सा हमेशा फियर होता था. सी इवन द फियर कंटिन्यूज. सी वी आर ट्राइंग टू हैंडल ए वेरी यंग चाइल्ड, राइट? द
Absolutely.
child is not the parent's child, it is our own child when the child is inside a school, right?
Yes.
And kids are too young to express their things also in the at the initial days, let's say 1.5 to 2.5 year. वो child वो अपना क्या express कर सकता है, right? So always have a fear की, and that fear was the safety part only, right? जो अभी
Business
भी
बने ना
continue
बने,
है.
but safety is the most important thing I think in
Safety
the
is the
school.
and that is always in everybody's mind कि सबसे पहला चीज उसको देखा जाए, राइट? सो इस इंडस्ट्री का मेरी तरफ से चैलेंज भी वही है, मेरे हिसाब से डर भी वही है, और मेरे हिसाब से एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है जो हमें हमेशा हमारे दिमाग में रखना है.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I also have a daughter. So, till the time I didn't have a daughter, I always used to feel that why parents cannot be so relaxed. But now, after having a daughter, I know that why parents cannot be relaxed, because you have to be open with your eyes and head all the time about the safety measures of the child. So, it's, I think, in the school, it is the prime important thing, because we are handling somebody's child and we have to take care of the child like our own. So, I mean, I think this is the prime important thing when you enter into school business. Now we will come to the second part of the conversation, that is rapid fire round. And I will be asking you 10 questions and you have to answer quickly. Are we ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, a morning person or a night owl?
Night out.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Passionate, energetic, and a parent.
What new technology will transform this future in education?
A good tracking of the profile from the birth to the end.
So if I give you a time machine, where will you go? Which era will you go?
I have not attended any preschool, so I will like to go and attend my preschool.
Absolutely beautiful. So your favorite book?
Simply Fly.
Okay. Favorite activity?
Captain Gopinath.
Favorite activity you do with children apart from play?
Apart from playing. All right. Travel.
Okay. Wow. Best way to gain knowledge, books or documentary?
Both.
What's according to you is the best way of learning in early childhood? Indoor constructive play or outdoor play?
Both.
Okay. Problem-based learning or experiential learning?
Experiential learning.
Oh, amazing. So this was all about today's, and I hope the audience have, learned a lot and have gained some path and have loved listening to Mr. Pritam Kumar Agarwal. And so am I. I'm really delighted to have a little conversation with you. Wish you all the best and keep high, keep rising, keep growing. Not just 690 plus schools, more than that, every nook and corner should have a Hello Kids. So from my side, today's this much. We had a lovely conversation. This was Mr. Pritam Kumar Agarwal from Hello Kids and Riverstone School. Thank you, everyone.